Hey guys, it's Lexi. So we're talking about like behind the scenes stuff this week, which I thought about like what I wanted to say, but I didn't write it down because I wasn't smart. And now I can't really completely remember what it was that I was planning to talk about. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it because I'm just kind of at that stage in my life. So there's not really that much for me to show you guys, like the whole behind the scenes with like me and how I make my videos. I have a lighting set now, which makes my face look hopefully better. I've been told by some friends that it looks like my lighting looks better now that I have this lighting set. And I have a Canon camera, yes. And I just use iMovie to edit, so it's pretty basic stuff, so there's not really that much to show you guys. And yeah, one thing that I always used to enjoy when I was younger was like when you would watch like those shows and it would go behind the scenes and like show you how they did stuff. That was something that I just found really cool, and I feel like that might be some of the stuff that like got me into like doing video stuff, because I was just really interested in it because it's super cool. However, I used to be that obnoxious kid where we would watch something and I'd be like, how did they do that? Or I would know how they did it because I'd like looked into something like that previously, and then I would explain to my family in the middle of the movie how they did something, and I'm just not a very fun person to watch movies with. I'm also that person who likes to predict what's gonna happen, so if I'm watching a movie with you and I don't think that you would like kill me for talking to you in the middle of a movie, I'll turn to you and I'll be like, hey, this is what I think is gonna happen. And sometimes I'm right and it really pisses people off because it's like spoiling it for them, but I don't mean to like spoil it. I'm kind of just guessing. I don't know what's gonna happen. I am always super tired, like all the time. Even when I get enough sleep, I'm usually still super tired. And one of the places that I'm the most tired happens to be at school, and that kind of sucks, mostly because for whatever reason it's really hard for me to fall asleep in my actual bed when I go to sleep, probably just because I use my computer in it way too much and just, you know. But I am able to fall asleep in so many places that I probably shouldn't fall asleep. I fall asleep at school so often. Like, I don't even know how it's possible to fall asleep sometimes at school. Like, in my econ class, first trimester, it was my second hour and I had choir first, and I fell asleep almost every single day. And my teacher didn't even notice because I'd have in headphones and he didn't care if I had in headphones, and I just kind of like leaned my head down on the desk and that's it. He didn't say anything till like one of the last days of the trimester, and I didn't really care that much that I was sleeping through this class because as long as I paid attention on the days that we reviewed for the test, I would do really well on the test. But this kind of made a lot of kids in my class a bit annoyed with me because I always slept through everything. And then I did really good on the tests, and I think some of them thought I was cheating. But it just, his tests were really easy for me. So third trimester, I took probably like one of my favorite classes that I've taken in high school, and that was video production, and that was like the class that we made the music video, and we learned a lot of stuff. And it was super cool. But one day we had a substitute, and I remember I was so tired, and we were watching this movie, and like I found it interesting, but I was so tired. It was the movie thing, it went behind the scenes of Star Wars, and it showed you like what it took to put into 60 seconds of the Star Wars movie. And this was like, we watched it the entire class period. But I remember I was watching it and I was like, this is really interesting. And next thing I know, I opened my eyes and the time marker on the video has moved like an hour, and my friend is tapping me saying, hey Lexi, the class is about to be over. And I don't really know how I slept through that much of the class, but sometimes I feel a little bad about it. I don't really know where that tangent just went with me and sleeping in class. It's not a good thing. I really shouldn't sleep in class. Like, I feel bad about it a lot of the time. But it's really easy to fall asleep in some classes. I always fall asleep when we have cast parties. Like, we have cast parties all the time, and if it's not at my house, I just like lay down somewhere and I fall asleep. Like, there are so many pictures of me at like cast parties and like my friends' birthday parties and stuff where I am just asleep or almost asleep. And it's kind of sad, actually. What's your guys' opinion on stuff like behind the scenes stuff? And have you ever fallen asleep in a class? I don't know why this came into this video, but do you ever fall asleep in classes? Do you feel bad about it? Is that a thing that happens? Is it just me? Do you guys fall asleep at like your friends' houses like during like parties and hanging out? Actually, recently I went over to my friend's house and we were gonna hang out, and then we both wound up just taking a nap on her couches because we were both really tired. I don't know why that happened. Why am I going on so many tangents? Anyway, comment stuff below because I like hearing your guys' like thoughts and opinions on that kind of thing. The fortune of the day is, oh, I accidentally cracked it prematurely, but the fortune of the day is you will receive some high prize or award soon. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great week and everything, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye!